All right, we have some breaking news, but first, I have one question for all of the Trump supporters that always troll in my comment section. How do you justify the President of the United States threatening an ally on live television, saying that it's a very real thing that he wants Canada to be the 51st state, not ruling out military and economic coercion on multiple of our allies? Because Bret Baier asks him about the leaked tape of Trudeau on hot mic saying that Trump's threat is very real because Trump wants the minerals. You know, before I play this clip of Bret Baier and Trump, let me refresh you on what Trudeau said. Make sure you're reading the captions on screen.
Excellent. I suggest that not only the Trump administration know how many critical minerals we have, maybe part of why they keep talking about absorbing.
He says the U.S. knows how many critical minerals Canada has, and that's why Trump is repeatedly talking about absorbing them.
Absorbing and making us they're very aware of what we have, and they very much want to benefit. But
Trudeau says it is a real thing, meaning it is a real threat. Donald Trump is incredibly serious, and he's not just joking around. So again, Trump supporters, how do you respond to this clip? Are you going to continue to run defense and say that he's the no new wars president? He's just joking and posturing, even though he confirms that he's not joking. He is actively alienating one of our closest allies by using Putin-esque rhetoric that is destabilizing. Again, I say this all the time. One of the reasons why we've lived in such a long period of relative peace and prosperity, I mean, compared to the 1800s or the world wars of the early 1900s, one of the reasons why we've lived in this time of peace and prosperity is because we built alliances with our next door neighbors. We have a strong alliance with them that can't be broken. They fought with us after 9/11. They fought with us multiple times, yet Trump is pushing them away and saying he might absorb them. Let's check out this clip. All that I ask is that you drop a like, subscribe, and watch till the end of the video.
The Prime Minister said this weekend to a group of Canadian businessmen, he was at a private meeting, he said that your wish for Canada to be the 51st state is a, quote, real thing. Is it a real thing?
Yeah, it is. I think Canada would be much better off being a 51st state because we lose $200 billion a year with Canada, and I'm not going to let that happen. It's too much. Why are we paying $200 billion a year, essentially in subsidy to Canada? Now, if they're a 51st state, I don't mind doing it.
You said the tariff...
All right, a few things. Trump does not know the difference between a trade deficit and a budget deficit, but also, there was a cut halfway through that video. It's funny because Trump has sued 60 Minutes for making a very similar cut, but back to the main point. A trade deficit is different than a budget deficit, and Trump has repeatedly proven he does not understand either. And also, a trade deficit is not a loss in the way that Trump suggests. Our trade relationship with Canada is mutually beneficial, and the deficit is simply a result of population differences in what we consume. But the U.S. has about a 9 times larger population than Canada. We have 330 million people to their 40 million people. So naturally, we buy way more from them than they buy from us. It's not Canada ripping us off. It's basic economics that the President of the United States does not understand. Again, MAGA, how do you defend the President of the United States not knowing simple economics? Let's watch this clip of Trump being asked, are prices going to go down? Bret Baier asks, when do you think families will be able to feel prices going down? Trump can't even give a direct answer because they're not.
Who's the plan? When do you think families will be able to feel prices going down? Groceries, energy, or are you kind of saying to them, hang on, inflation may get worse until it gets better?
No, I think we're going to become a...
And really quickly, it's officially February, and this has already been one of the wildest years of my life. Between all of the work, between all of the nonstop news, I'm supposed to be going back to college soon, and all of the deadlines are now piling up. And my friend asked me, have you ever tried microdosing? I said, I don't know what that is. He said, if you microdose a little bit of Via gummies, you can stay focused, energized, and at the top of your game for hours. Now, Via Hemp has over 500,000 happy customers, and Via is like the Swiss Army knife of wellness. Whether you need to unwind after a long day, lock in and get focused, or sleep better, or be in the right mood before a date, they've got something for you. Their award-winning THC and THC-free gummies are designed for the perfect microdose, giving you just the right lift without couch lock or brain fog. You just microdose. You take a tiny bit, and the best part is Via ships legally to nearly every state in the US, discreetly and hassle-free. You don't need a medical card. You just need to be over 21. So if you're 21 plus, hit the link in the description and use code BLUEHEART for 15% off. Again, if you're new, you'll get a free gift of your choice. Just click the link below and use code BLUEHEART.
All goes to plan. When do you think families will be able to feel prices going down, groceries, energy, or are you kind of saying to them, hang on, inflation may get worse until it gets better?
No, I think we're going to become a rich. Look, we're not that rich right now. We owe $36 trillion. That's because we let all these nations take advantage of us.
Again, he said we owe $36 trillion because these nations take advantage of us. There is a difference between a trade deficit and a budget deficit. A trade deficit, which Trump is sometimes referring to when he's talking about trading with other countries, means that the US buys more goods and services from a country like Canada than Canada buys from us. But that is not the same as a budget deficit, which is when the government spends more money than it takes in through taxes. So he's trying to lie, or he's just genuinely dumb, or a little bit of both, but he's trying to say that if we tariff other countries or we're not getting ripped off, it will help our budget deficit, when no, you have to raise taxes and not lower taxes on your billionaire friends. Let's continue this clip.
We're not that rich right now. We owe $36 trillion. That's because we let all these nations take advantage of us. Same thing, like $200 billion with Canada. We owe 300. We have a deficit with Mexico of $350 billion. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let that happen.
Again, the dude is just straight up lying. Let's watch this clip of Trump talking about Elon Musk.
Help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse. But I campaigned on this.
A few things. Number one, we'll see if they actually go to the military. But number two, Elon Musk's net worth has doubled since the election. His net worth has literally doubled. So to say he has nothing to gain other than power, other than the ear of the most powerful man in the world, other than more wealth and the ability to sign off contracts that only help his companies, I mean, he has everything to gain. And also, Donald Trump and Elon are currently engaging in this weird propaganda feedback loop where Elon and Trump will come up with conspiracies about a certain agency or department like USAID. They'll come up with a huge lie about condoms to Gaza, and then Joe Rogan will repeat that lie, and then the general public is okay. They'll actually cheer on Elon as he tries to entirely nuke these agencies, and they go to the Department of Education. Elon is going to say that he found some massive waste at the Department of Education, and rather than actually taking it through the proper channels where you report government abuse or government waste of funds and you can take it to the courts, Elon Musk will unilaterally try to slash it, and then the general public will cheer him on because they've propagandized it so much. That is why we are here to push back. We push back every single day. If you enjoy what I do, become a subscriber below. It's free. You can become a member. Make sure you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.